Hello again, welcome to another edition of the Real Ale Guide, joined again by Chris. Thanks for joining me, Chris.
No problem.
We've got a Birra del Borgo beer. It's, well, I'll just show it to the camera and I'll let Chris pronounce it, because it is quite a long Italian word.
And I'm only guessing, not even schoolboy Italian, but L'Equilibrista is what I would say that was. Let's try and pick that up. There you go. For those of you who are Italian, you can probably say it better than us.
Yeah.
But
And it's an Italian bottle conditioned sour ale. It'll be the first sour ale on the show, and your first sour ale as well, is it, Chris?
yeah, absolutely first one. I've not tried this before. Interesting bits from this. It's billed as a Birra champagne, which I believe means it's brewed in the champagne style, and you'll see from the top there, it's not your traditional beer topper.
No?
It's a champagne style cork.
Which they say makes a massive difference for the freshness of beer.
Mm.
They say all beer years ago was corked, and then they went over to the cheaper cap system.
Yeah.
But the cork beers are a lot more fresher in the bottle, so we'll have a look, shall we?
Exciting stuff, yeah.
Crack it open then, Chris.
It's a bit more of a twist on this than your traditional champagne cork, because that's normally 4 turns. So
Is it?
There's a few more on this. So give me a few seconds. If you've got something to fill the gap, I'll carry on twisting.
Yeah, I'll just tell you how scared I am. About corks.
There we go.
Oh, there we are.
There we are. Let's get that off. Cage off. Ugh. Right. Now, it's a squeeze with the thumbs.
Here it goes. Boy!
There we
Well,
go.
look at the smoke. Look at that smoking.
Out. There it is. Where's it gone? There it is. It's picking that up. It is coming out. Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of smoke there. So, absolutely. Let's get some in a glass.
Yeah. So this is a
You picking that
10.1, is it?
This is 10.1% ABV.
Are we going to be brief to save a bit for the wives?
Oh yeah. So there's a slight haze on there. Again, as we had in the last review, very nice small bubbles. It's created quite a nice small one finger head. Oh, look at that. It kind of got that same, as we did with the Real and the Dogfish Head collaboration beer. It's got that kind of look about it, hasn't it?
It's like smoky kind of consistency. You know, you can pick up that there's a hand behind it.
Yeah.
And the last one we did, you couldn't pick it out.
Well, absolutely. It's a nice kind of golden, deep golden colour. It seems to be an orange haze in there as well.
Yeah, it's definitely a haze. It's not the cold. We've done our best to get it. It says to serve between 10 and 13 degrees. So we fridged it.
It's about that, I think.
Unfridged it. It's lower than room temperature, certainly. I think it's about right. So we've got it to the premium kind of thing.
Premium temperature.
Dip a little bit on there just to get a little bit ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that.
There we go. Lovely.
Now, as I say, this is going to be the first champagne beer on the show, the first sour ale. And yeah, what are we getting in the head?
You get the sourness. I don't know if any of you have ever done a sourdough cake where you make that and it's something that's living. You mix the yeast in and you add in a bit more flour and a bit more over a number of days. So like the first 3 days you just stir it and leave it go again to grow with the yeast.
No, not done that.
I'm picking up some of that kind of flavour, the smell from that on it.
It's quite strong, isn't it? It's quite a strong nose.
Yeah, it's a 10.1 ABV, 10.9 ABV. Sorry.
10.9.
It's a beast. I mean, this is wine territory.
Yeah, this is bordering on wine, but I think we're in the middle of exciting times with beer.
Yeah.
There's so many different flavours out there, so many different styles. So I'm about ready to give my first taste.
Cheers.
Cheers, Chris. Cheers, everyone. Oh. That's very different as a style.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is It's like a champagne. It's got the almost tinniness, I suppose. Like you left with the front at the front of your mouth.
Yeah.
That you'll get from a champagne.
Like front of the mouth pucker type. Yeah, it's making you pull your lips forward type of thing. Yeah.
I know. I don't know what they've used. I mean, the ingredients are in Italian, so I can only guess what kind of hop it is.
It really is like champagne.
It is. That's incredible. I can't conceive of how they've managed this.
Yeah.
That strong a drink, and to have it as non. Because when you get a 10.9 beer, it's normally a bit of a beast.
Yeah.
There's normally a bit of compromise in how they get the flavour in, and you know.
And we just tasted a beer. I won't name it, but we just tasted a beer which was very, very thick in the mouthfeel for 9. It was 9 something percent, and it was very thick. You knew it was 9%. It could have been more.
Yeah.
You could have thought that this is a very strong beer. But then we went on to comment about the Real and the Real Extra, which was again a high ABV beer.
Yeah.
And they managed to keep the feel of a beer.
Yeah.
And the head of the beer. They managed to keep this on 10.9%.
Yeah.
How, if I can ask you, we've gone through the whole Birra del Borgo experience together, really.
Yeah.
I've not tried one on my own yet. How excited are you by this brewery and the vast amount of styles we've had so far?
I think that this is it. That what they're producing is just immense. You know, it's just the first one I tried was the standard IPA.
The Real, yeah.
Real, and the Real Extra, which was
mind
your socks off.
After, yeah.
This again, it just shows the versatility they've got. That, and clearly the brewer has got his head screwed on, and he's produced this. Says it's a champagne beer.
Oh,
and
amazing.
You, if somebody gave you this in a champagne glass and you had your eyes closed.
Yeah, absolutely.
You wouldn't query it almost.
No.
It's got the fine bubbles that a champagne would have. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the effervescence that you would have with a glass of champagne. But then we haven't put it in a champagne glass, which retains the bubbles because it's thinner.
I see. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because we put it in a pint glass, we're gonna lose some of that kind of liveliness.
Yeah. That explosive, bubbly.
Up your nose.
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely bouncing off the top of your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my first mouthful. I've got to be honest. I was thinking, wow, what is this? Well, it's the same as whenever you try something brand new. It's like, wow, what is this? Because you're almost expecting a beer, but it is a beer, but it's kind of like you say, bounding on champagne territory. And the more I'm drinking it, the more it's growing on me. The more I'm thinking how exciting this beer actually is.
And we've just the review we just did. We did a very traditional kind of British beer.
Yeah.
And this doesn't fit into that canon. This is it's exciting in a different way because I can get excited about a good British beer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who doesn't? But
you tend to get it in every single bar in every single region of the country.
Yeah. If somebody's went to the pub and say, "Give this stuff a bloody well," you know, wow. It's a 10.9. You're not going to want more than. Well, the bottle between you, you know, and we've said this before about the Birra del Borgo, is that for sharing purposes,
it's brilliant,
amazing stuff, you know. And do you know what? I really think, and we'll ask them this later. Maybe we'll let you know in the next one we do. I think the wives will like this.
Yeah.
They both like champagne, don't they? So,
give it a go. See what they think. But I think what I'm going to do after this is email. Or first of all, we'd like to say thank you to Leonardo. For sending these beers, Leonardo. Thank you for your comments on Facebook from our last review. He commented quite. I don't know if you've seen the comments he left on the Dogfish Head collaboration beer. What I think he's doing is thinking completely outside of the box.
Yeah.
He's putting beer in wine bottles. He's being very, very different with his styles. Not one beer is the same, and you cannot help but get excited by what he's doing.
There's nothing mediocre. In this
no,
range.
Nothing.
There's no beer you would go, that's a beer.
Yeah, you know, it's okay. But nothing.
He's done enough different with this as well, just to.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think what he's doing is absolutely brilliant.
How he's got the flavour of grape in there, I don't know. It's not a flavour.
Absolutely.
It's not a flavour I've come across in a beer before, and that's just.
Well, but I take a wild punch and say, is there Nelson Sauvignon in here?
Yeah,
but with something else. I mean, it's so hard to try and gauge, isn't it?
But I don't know what hops they have readily available in Italy. But let's see what my less than schoolboy Italian will manage. So it's Leonardo da Vincenzo. It's made by him. This is a product of him. So again, thanks for that. Aqua, water, malts, Sangiovese. Now, Mosto di Uva Sangiovese is 39%, so that's not going to be the hop, is it?
That'll be with a malt, do you think?
Could be.
Maybe, yeah.
No, the Moto d'Orso will be the hop. So the Mosto Sangiovese, that could be the Savin hop.
Yeah, the Nelson Sauvignon.
Or a related hop.
Yeah.
Which we've come across before, and it's given us gooseberry, it's given us grapefruit,
yeah.
It's given us... It's just,
and a wine-like quality.
Yeah, and this is cracking.
This is absolutely fantastic. This is worth raving about. This really is worth raving about. Look, the colour, the look. And I watched a video on some wine. I'd like to make a challenge actually. Some major wine expert, because of the growth of beer, was the excitement around beer. He tried to defend the whole wine industry by saying all beer drinkers are bad lovers, they eat terrible food and whatnot. But I'd like to challenge him, if he ever gets to watch this video, to try this, to contact Leonardo or to find Beer at Alborgo's beers. I can't remember his name now, but I'll add it on the end of this review, or here. I'll add it here. If you want to get in touch with them, or if you want this guy's name who said all beer lovers are, all beer drinkers are bad lovers. I mean, I think it's just a jealous reaction of what's happening in the beer industry.
Yeah, because I'm great at loving. Just despite my penchant off a bit. This is words fail me, and it's not often that happens.
Absolutely.
How they've squeezed something so different into something so what should be so familiar is
brilliant.
Yeah,
brilliant, outstanding.
Brilliant. I love that kind of. We touched on it before with the Artisan Brewery.
Yeah.
How he crafts it, and this is a brilliant example of somebody crafting something. You might have been trying for something else and accidentally managed this.
Yeah.
But
it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention as well, this is a limited edition. I hope in limited edition he makes a certain amount of batches each year. I hope not that he stops making this, because it would be a damn shame, wouldn't it, if it was only a certain batch that he made. So Chris, rating, how would you rate this beer?
It's difficult.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
Because it sits outside of my normal field of experience, and I think probably most people's, in fairness, it's incredibly difficult. And I always go back to the scenario: where are you going to drink this? Now, if you're, for example, a wedding,
Yeah. Brilliant.
and you're a bloke, you don't really want a glass of champagne, but you want to join in with the that kind of stuff. If you would say, give me some of this stuff, the Equilibrista. It fits with that social occasion. It would touch enough of the Ponce notes, that is kind of highfalutin wedding planner type people might want to go for.
Yeah.
You can have a couple of bottles with this, sat on a table.
It's just surprise people.
You could
try this beer.
Blow people's minds. You could put this on the table and not tell them it was beer.
Yeah, of course, yeah. That I think you could. You get away with calling that champagne.
Yeah. And I've had worse tasting champagne, certainly.
Yeah.
It's got that Southern European kind of. There's a touch of the cava about it, but enough of the beer about it to make it
It's lovely.
Something you want to have a go on. You want to rate him?
Yeah, I want a rating from you. I understand it's your first style ale. It's your first style.
I'm going to go, because, and I wouldn't normally go this high, I'm going to give it a 9 because it's absolutely brilliant. How they've made it, how they've done it, what it is brilliant. It doesn't fit in the canon of beer, you know, in your IPAs and your bitters and your. It doesn't fit in that, but for sheer effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
And brilliance.
Yeah.
And the social versatility of it, I'm going to go with a 9, and that's unusual.
That is a brilliant rating from Chris. I'm going to join him on a 9. We do vary in our viewing figures. We do vary in our ratings, but on this occasion I will join him on a 9. I think if you put this in front of a load of people, like he said, I won't go over exactly what he said, but if you put this in front of a load of people and said, try this champagne, they would be blown away by it. And it's actually a beer. Brilliant. 9 out of 10 from me. Chin chin, as they say in Italy. Thanks for joining us. If you want to get in contact with us at the Real Ale Guide, because I think Chris does a lot of reviews now. He brings a lot to the Real Ale Guide with just texting me saying, I've got these 2 beers, let's go and review them, which is brilliant. So if you want to contact us, it's realaleguide@googlemail.com, facebook.com/Real Ale Craft Beer, and Twitter is Real Ale Today, @Real Ale Today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Chris for joining me again, and cheers.
Cheers.